One ring to rule them all. One ring to find them. One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, and we have the Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering crossover set, now in Modern, now on MTGO. I think it technically can be played in Paper Magic as of last week, because there's no longer a pre-release, it's just a regular release where you get to open packs. But we're testing out some of the new cards, and kind of like side grades in my opinion. They're not like better than the cards I'm swapping out here, but I want to test them. They're situationally better. They have drawbacks. Take the first card in the deck, as you can see right here, Wizard's Rockets. It's one taking the place of Chromatic Spear in this deck. X, sacrifice Wizard's Rockets at X mana of any combination of colors. And when it's put in the graveyard, draw a card. Now, the downside to this is, of course, it enters the battlefield tapped. So it's slower and you can't cycle through and keep digging with it. The upside is it enables multiple color. It's easier to run double green cards, and I've got one in this build. It also pairs very well in a Golos build because this is another way to turn on Golos. This will produce those 5 colors you need if you can't get your Cascading Cataracts or want to get it out early. So kind of a trade-off there. Might see a bunch of play in maybe some Tron decks that are trying to run multicolors. Again, this enables you to get double green, which is very nice. If you had a red and a green card in the deck, this could enable that a lot better than a lot of other cards. Next card in the upgrade list, or side grade list, is Stone of Erech, or E-Reach. It's E-reaching through your computer to grab you. Like an email. Spam mail. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead, and then pay 2, sacrifice Stone of E-Reach, exile target player's graveyard, draw a card. So we're kind of swapping out Relic of Progenitus for this. It's a downgrade because it only gets rid of one graveyard, and it costs 2 to activate, though it still draws you a card. Upside is it has the potential to shut down a scam deck. Turn one of this bad boy out, and they're not going to be bringing back that grief from the graveyard. It'll just be gone. So turning off that might be worth running this if you've got a lot of scam in your builds. Granted, scam's not the biggest in the format right now, but we're still going to give this a try. And last but not least is the last March of the Ents. A 6 mana, or 6 and 2 green. This spell can't be countered, which will be really good against counter spells. Draw cards equal to the greatest toughness amount of creatures you control, then put any number of creatures or cards from your hand on the battlefield. If you have one creature card in your hand, this is just making it so it can't be countered, which is very nice. If you have multiple, you can dump your hand, and it can make your big boys cheaper. So, you know, you got the Ulamog and the Emrakul. It's an 8 mana Emrakul. Theoretically, turn 4 an Emrakul with this. I kind of like it and kind of want to test with it. I've got a few other things out of this deck. I've lowered the card numbers just because we're testing. I've got the Golos build in here because there's plenty of other things for us to find. Let's go ahead and get into round 1. Side note before we get into round 1, because I've just noticed this. What is Friendly Modern League? I think I'm going to do a regular league, but that's interesting. I just noticed that. Something new to check out. Modern but friendlier? Alright, game 1. Got the die roll nice. Let's see a pretty nice opening hand here. What are we going to get? That's a pretty nice opening hand. Ooh, against the Jconn. Interesting. We're going to keep this. There are a few other decks that run Jconn, so we'll see which one we're up against. There's a chance it's the mirror match. In which case, I really hope we find a Karn. Ooh, and it's potentially the scam matchup. Okay. Ragavan. That's fine. Golos, that's pretty nice. I wish I had more than 2 threats, because if this is scam and they do start taking cards out of my hand, that's going to be rough. Oh, don't Blood Moon me. Don't Blood Moon me. Oh, it's not a Blood Moon. Okay, could still be double Thoughtseize, but we do have 2 things. So we'll see which one they'd rather us not have. Interesting. They have removal. Yeah, I don't see why we don't set up for this. Okay, it's a Death Shadow build. Interesting. Ooh, alright. So they can kill it with Unholy Heat. Yep, that's unfortunate. That is exactly what they needed to hit, was 1 more card in the graveyard. Oh, and unfortunately that's a held up counterspell too. Maybe the best card I could have gotten would have been Blast Zone. Will at least buy us 1 more turn. Gonna have a lot of mana. That's a little unfortunate, as it does shut down Wurmcoil. Granted, we no longer have Wurmcoil, but yeah, I can't take another 5. It comes down to what we top deck. Threat. Come on, threat. Oh. Unfortunately, it kind of sucks when you don't have anything on the board. Or threat in hand. Dashing that Ragavan, it could mean death here. Oh, that would have been a good find. Yeah, 3 life expedition map. That's unfortunate. We flooded out. Last March of the Ents really needs another card to go with it. It's not a standalone threat. That is a big defect with the card. I don't have enough card that can get me out of this. And we weren't finding anything for several turns. Alright. Unfortunate. Want Chalice. Oh, but I kind of want a main board one Engineered Explosion. Got the die roll, yep, because perk of losing the last game. Not gonna do what we need it to. I'm not gonna do what we need it to. Best option I've seen. Okay, we're definitely keeping this, these. Much as I hate getting rid of that, this is a hand that's strong against the Thoughtseize. We will have to count on top decking a threat. Oh, I know what that means. I kind of have to play into it and hope it's a bluff. Yep. Kept a very counterspell heavy hand, it looks like. Okay, Blood Moon. The best move here would have been just a forest with the Ancient Stirrings in hand. Stone of Erech putting in a little work. Come on, forest. Not a forest, but it's similar to a forest. All right. This is mine. Hey, all right. Card they can't play. Nice. You know, there may have been some. Might have been better if I cleared my own graveyard. Now that I think about it, just because my graveyard, um, kind of is more relevant with some of their counter spells. Drown in the Lock. Kind of want my graveyard to be 0. Need to find a way to deal with the Ulamog. I swing twice and they're dead. No green source, which is unfortunate. That would be very nice. They're probably hoping they hit a Karn off the top of my deck with the Ragavan. That's not a Karn. Alright, we got there through the Blood Moon. Nice. Oh. Don't like it. I don't like it. I like that a lot better. Even if they thought season we lose the Ulamog, we're still in a really good spot. Blood Moon is about our greatest fear. And this could be a turn 2 Blood Moon. Oh, we lose the Wurmcoil. It's the Blood Moon. Okay. Arguably the better option. Dang it. Okay. That is probably the worst thing that could have happened. We're still stuck on 2 lands, though, which is kind of good for us. Oh, that's rough. We're gonna get Thought Seized. Goodbye, Karn. Ooh, Ulamog, okay. Well, I'd rather leave them locked off their colors as long as I can, even though I could probably have done more. Oh, that's a pretty good card. Already lost the Wurmcoil, which would probably have been my pick. Do they have the counter spell? Don't. Okay. Digging for a counter. Not gonna get them off mana. They are holding back cards, which they are getting a lot of use out of my deck because of that Ragavan, and that's gonna be a Thoughtseize, unfortunately. Oh no, it's a Death Shadow. Okay. Power off the top would be nice. Always have artifact destruction. But I think we want the bridge. I don't know what those 4 cards in hand are. That's unfortunate. Mulligan's command. And all they have to do is play a fetch land and they win. Or Thoughtseize. Anything to lower their own life. Or Dress Down, that does it too. Yep, alright. At least we got out from under the Blood Moon, but that really messed us up. Game 2, gonna start off with a mulligan. Single lands are not keepable hands. Okay, interesting. I'm tempted. I really shouldn't keep this, but I'm going to give it a shot because it's still turn 3 Karn. We have a lot of good draws. Urn Visions, okay, not one you see very much of currently. Good setup card. I would say, is it Murktide, but that seems off. Chromatic off the top would be nice. Wizard's Rockets. Oh, I got neither of them. Boy, a potential deck with counter spells. The mind is all powerful. Never mess with the mind. One mind to win the game. All right. Well, game 3. That's a keepable hand. A Wizard's Rockets is a keep. No threats. Oh, more. Oh, we're seeing very familiar colors. And there's our threat. That's looking a lot like a held up counterspell. Ooh, that's a really good draw. And we have a really good answer for a held up counterspell. Green. Ancient Stirrings, do you have the counterspell? Ah. You know what? I'm not going to feel bad if this is double Spell Pierce. This is possibly double Spell Pierce because we're double Ancient Stirring. It is double Spell Pierce. Well, I'm not going to complain about eating 2 Spell Pierces out of your hand when I already have Tron. If I didn't have Tron, that would be rough, but double Spell Pierce has to be rare. My opponent isn't going to be able to hold up double counterspell that frequently. Fortunately, that still looks like another held up counterspell. Or no, it's not. Interesting. And they're going to scoop to the Ensnaring Bridge because they don't have main board answers. Well, that was a really good find on my part. They definitely played in too early. I think they would have done better. Granted, it only would have changed what I probably would have grabbed with Karn, not necessarily me playing Karn, because I would have tried to play through the counterspell. But yeah, that worked out really well. I don't think we changed anything. The sideboard isn't really set up for this matchup. Again, this is more of a test build, so it's not really set up for a lot of things, but that is an interesting niche use for Wizard's Rockets to double Ancient Stirrings. It's not going to come up a lot, but wasn't something I initially thought of when testing it. Should I? I'm gonna keep it. They kept a counterspell heavy hand. That's a really nice draw. Counterspell. Spell Pierce. Alright. No, we wait till they have to choose to attack because they could have one in hand. Interesting game, but I'm almost out of things to do without a green source. I don't want them building resources. Come on, green source. Arguably better than a green source. Hey, there's the scoop. Very lucky game there. All right. Game 4. Do better than that, but not that. Oh, for no land 4. That's, well, that's the best possible 3. No, I just have to say, and I wonder how many people have noticed it. I've refrained from making 2 tower jokes. I've had a few opportunities. Ooh, Esper Sentinel. But I know I usually make them. So, of course, when the Lord of the Rings set comes out, I'm not going to make them. Oh, that's a little scary. Karn's an okay draw. Koldotha Rebirth. Okay, it's a tokens deck. That's a little rough. Koldotha Rebirth deck. Best draw will probably be Wurmcoil. They take the time to kill Karn. Fair enough. It's a very aggressive hand for this, though. Okay, yeah, no, we're kind of screwed here. That actually bought us one more turn. Okay. And we refilled their hand. And this Emrakul is pretty useless. We don't have the mana for an O Stone. And we still could be dead to what's in their hand. You know, lightning bolt's a thing. One goblin's interesting. Oh, nope. Wurmcoil Engine. Nope, that's gonna be game. Yeah, last March. I don't think that comes in this match. Do I think that's good enough? No, I don't. Better than that, though. Game is not in a good mood with me for this one. Yep. Well, okay, maybe the game has mixed feelings. The game just doesn't want me to think it's in a good mood with me, but it is throwing me some curveballs. Granted, we don't have a threat right now, but this Warping Wail might do some work. Ah. Yeah, no, that would have hurt. Glad I held the Warping Wail because I thought about answering that Esper Sentinel a little bit earlier and then just letting him take the card, but that would have been rough. O-Stone? But I'm going to flood out. Unfortunate. They need one more Bushwhacker to kill me. Come on, something good. We'll limit the damage we're taking this turn. Unless I misclick and play Forest. Because why would my mouse land where I want it to land? Yeah, I'm probably dead. Granted, I was probably dead no matter what, but 2 life would have been better than 1 life. Ugin? Oh, the flood. The flood is real. You were a long way away from anything that mattered. Well, last game. Let's see what we can do. Got the die roll. Nice. Haven't gotten to use the ink card yet, but maybe in this last one we will. That is going to be a keep. Again. Couple of possibilities. Most likely a Death Shadow or else. We shall see. Would be interesting if we had Death Shadow again. Okay, Dragon Rage Chandler. Bobble. Knowing they've looked at my top card. Tower. Ooh, Ugin. Okay. That's a pretty good card. I completely have, I essentially have a new hand after 2 Mishra's Baubles. Not found what they're looking for if they're still considering, but they could just be trying to turn that on. Artifact, land, creature. Yep, they're going to turn it on. I could Warping Wail here, but I'd rather just play a threat. We'll go for the Cascading Cataracts here. Set up the threat. Hold up the Warping Wail. Unfortunately, there's the Unholy Heat. Fortunately, that looks a lot like a held up counter spell. So we'll see if they want to do anything. Oh, nope. A little bit of lag is real. Just grab Sanctum here. I could have grabbed a Force to play defense for Blood Moon, but we're close. No, we can draw more Force than we can anything else. They'll potentially hold up Counterspell, but they're not guaranteed to hold up Counterspell. Blood Moon would have probably been the worst possible. Yeah, we'll play this. Unfortunate. But I still prefer having the Ulamog than having let him hold up an extra turn. No, there's a certain uncounterable thing I probably would have taken advantage given the opportunity. Okay, they're out of counter spells. Would have found that Wurmcoil eventually. Nice. Yeah, I feel like swapping that. About it. Oh, let's mainboard that engineered explosion. Actually. I want to cut. Maybe not. Good card. Really good in this matchup. Oh, that does nothing. Too slow. That's the keep. Gamble on it. We take a gamble on last March of the Ents. Guaranteed Tron though. No, I don't think we do. Then again, we were primarily doing this to test, so maybe I should have, just to see what it does. All right, Channeled Rage right there. Really cool steam vents. Power off the top. Oh, Wizard's Rockets. Slightly worrying that they got rid of an Alpine Moon. Ah, that does turn it on this turn, though. Oh. Yep. Ooh. So I played that first, kind of hoping they'd take the bait. That's going to let us cast the Ancient Stirrings with no problem. Ooh. What do we want to find, though? That is weak to another counterspell. Of course, it's Ledger Shredder. Flag is actually building up pretty bad. It's been kind of rough all day. Be taking the Ledger Shredder. But I don't know. Taking the guaranteed damage source seemed like the better move. Oh, that's rough. And okay, we're dead. I really needed a better threat. That O-Stone would have been what I really needed. Okay, last game we get the play. Best chances are right here. Knowing they're running Alpine Moon is rough. Nope. Come on, last game. Give me Tower Power Plant Expedition map. Not that. This is a pure gamble. I'm betting heavily on utility here. Unless I hit a Tron land. Ragavan. Not the start I wanted them to have, but alright. Take the opportunity to dump our hand. Relic is much better in this match because we can continually get rid of that graveyard. Lag has been rough. The card I much would have appreciated drawing, but alright. Iteration. Okay. So they may be land short too, or just using it. Because why use the land out of hand if you don't have to? Oh, Lightning Bolt exiled. Have the land? I don't think they have the land. That's a good find. Slow Tron is still Tron. It's a game of the Dirtles, but we have a way to get Tron. We don't have a threat yet. But when we do get a threat, we potentially have a way to make it uncounterable. That Ragavan is what's keeping our opponent in the game. There goes our Emrakul. Ah, they get their second land. They get their land. All right. Do they discard? Or do they look like they're holding up a counterspell? Ooh, that's potentially a good card. They get their extra land. That's rough. I'd say with the Alpine Moon, upper hand is definitely with my opponent. Really like to top deck a land here. Oh, when do I crack this? Do I let them get the one last Ragavan hit in? 14, it'd be rough. But do I risk them having second Alpine Moon in their hand? Granted, if they have second Alpine Moon in hand, I'd be screwed anyway. because they would play it and force me to crack, and they would still shut down ahead of time. That lag is gonna get a little scary here in a second. I can hear my opponent tapping. Oh, okay. No, that we're screwed. A lot of blood moons today. Yeah, no, my opponent has too many resources in hand. They've rebuilt too fast, and they've now got threats to do. There's not going to be much we can do with under a blood moon. And we're dead next turn. And they're going to use the scrying. Yep. All right. I think we had a chance if they didn't have that second blood moon effect. Tron can get through one blood moon or two land destructions, but yeah, no. May as well see what we can get. Didn't get to try many of the new cards. Little disappointing there, but that's how it goes sometimes. Got a lot of similar matchups. Like, there's not a lot of variance right now. And I did a league before this, and there's not a lot of variance. If we had more mana, that might have bought us time. No, they all fly. Yep. Well, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Tectonic Edge here, signing out.